Hello world, Alexandre Buckley here, and let's talk games. So I'm back again with more mobile gaming, and today what I'm going to be looking at is Streets of Rage. A very classic video game, Streets of Rage. Another game that was on the Genesis if you were in North America, or the Mega Drive if you weren't in North America. And this game is part of the Sega Forever collection. So for those of you that don't know, the Sega Forever collection is a... So what Sega have been doing is they've basically been re-releasing some of their biggest hits, their classic titles, and re-releasing them on the mobile platform for free as part of the Sega Forever collection. So if you Google Sega Forever collection, you'll see there's a list of games that you can download completely for free and just check them out and see, you know, what's there and then play them off. And it's pretty cool because these could be flagship titles. And you can now get them for free on your mobile phone, and they run really well. The only thing is the games have two options when you download them. They can run completely for free, but they'll be ad supported, which means you'll get adverts in the game. And as you can see from my footage now, this is the type of thing you get if you don't pay for the game, if you just want the free version. Now normally, as you've seen in my other videos like Sonic and the rest of them, these adverts aren't too obtrusive and you can just skip them. However, this one in particular, look at that. I mean, I've literally just gone through one advert and I've got another one again. It's just kind of... it's all kind of all over the shop on this one. This was quite a difficult one. I found these adverts really cumbersome. And I also found they pop up a lot and they weren't very skippable. You can see the little counter that comes at the bottom of the screen when the adverts are on. And this is a slight problem. Now, of course, I'm well aware you could pay the £2, whatever it is, or the $2, I guess it'll be in America, and skip these adverts and you have to deal with them and you can just play the game as and when it is. But it's also free, so why not just take the free version? But this has been the worst one so far as part of the Sega Forever collection that I've had to play. Not just because of the adverts, but also because, I mean, you'll look at the footage, it looks great. I mean, it looks just like it did on the classic consoles. However, I found slight problems with the controls. Like a lot of mobile games, the controls are displayed on the screen. They take up a lot of screen real estate, so you can see, in this case, you've got five buttons here. You've got the directional D-pad, you've got the start button, and you've got the A, and you've got the B, and you've got the C. I found when I was making this video, I was trying to hit the start button to skip this, because I thought, oh, you know, like, I'll leave it, we can read what's going on, it's a nice throwback, I enjoyed that, and I thought, okay, I'm ready to get into the game, I'm ready to start, and it just wasn't responding. And that's very frustrating, that's very annoying. And I thought it was responding at one point because the game started showing little clips and stuff, and I thought, oh, that's good, and I realised, no, it's doing that thing games do where if you don't touch the controller for so long, they just play a trailer of the game you could be playing, and they kind of go, well, why are you not playing me? Because I'm here to be played, which is really irritating. But yeah, it's a shame because I was really looking forward to Streets of Rage because I remember it from my childhood. I had a lot of fun playing it, but I just wanted to see how does it run on the console. Is it smooth? What does it look like? Graphically, it looks great. It runs pretty smoothly as well. I really enjoyed it. However, these controls, as you can see, I'm trying to hit start. I couldn't get it loading. End up playing a little clip of trailers. The controls are a real problem. I did find them slightly unresponsive as well when I did get the game up and running. I was playing it. I found it slightly delayed, and that was also a little bit of a problem. So, I mean, I got past it eventually. There was also a little feature. There's a few features they add to the mobile games they do on Sega Forever collection. The rewind feature, but as you saw there, the rewind feature was expensive ads, so you could rewind a few seconds if you died, but you'd have to watch an advert. And I just thought, well, I'm not doing that. I just want to play the game, just move on. But the other thing with all the Sega Forever collection games is you can save at any point, which is really nice. So you can like start a game on your journey home and then just go, you know what, actually, I need to go somewhere, I need to get off for now on the tube, whatever, I've got to my destination, I can't play games anymore. You can literally save it where you are and just carry on a good day and then boot it back up again. You'll be exactly where you left off. That's really cool. That's a good feature. It's quite a fun feature. The other good thing I like about mobile games, particularly the Sega Forever collection, is all these games you can export out to a TV and use them that way. So in this case, what I've done is I've literally plugged in a lightning to digital AV adapter, plugged it straight into my TV, and then plugged it through a capture card to get the footage, so you can actually see it all, and then plugged it into my Mac and all that other fun stuff. But you can literally just plug this into a digital AV adapter and get it on your TV and play it. This game does play out with a Bluetooth controller. I did test that. It didn't work that well, so I wouldn't recommend using a Bluetooth controller for that. I mean, the general gist of it is, what I'm trying to see is how good are these mobile games? Can you play decent games on your mobile phone? Are they fun? How do they play? What's the graphics like? I mean, obviously games like this that are old flagship games, they seem to run absolutely fine. There doesn't seem to be any problems with the graphics or the frame rates, which is nice. They look great. You have the problem with the on-display controls. That's a little bit irritating. But what can you do? I mean, you've got to compromise and trade off somewhere. But I was just interested to see if you could use this as an alternative to gaming. I mean, maybe you're on holiday or whatever, and you're like, I want to play some games. You can just take your phone, download some mobile games, plug it into a TV. You've got your own little games console, and when you've got flagship titles from older generations available, it does sound quite appealing. And I also find it funny that you can buy like retro disc collections and stuff like that, and you can re-download them on the Switch and all this other stuff, and you can buy classic consoles. You could do all that, or you could just get them on your phone for free and then export them like this. Completely legally, by the way. I'm not talking about emulation, I'm talking about actually getting games like this. So I was just interested to see how well does the mobile platform stand up as a gaming platform. And so far I've had a mixed bag, testing some games out. I'd say this is the first real dipping point. This is the first game that I've had trouble loading it, I had trouble playing it, I had trouble with responses to it. It was fine, I guess. It's okay. I'm probably not going to play this again, if I'm being honest with you, because I found it just a bit irritating to actually go back on it. However, whilst I am playing this game and talking to you about it, let's give you a bit of backstory for those of you that were not born in the 80s or 90s and have no idea what Streets of Rage is and what they're looking at right now. Streets of Rage is a side-scrolling beat-em-up game. As you can tell, you can literally scroll up and down, go left and right, and you beat people up. It's very simple, and it's great. It's just a great fun. It's a great fun game. It was released originally in 1991 on the Sega Genesis if you're in North America, or the Mega Drive if you were in Europe, of course, and had quite a it was kind of a reflection of the sort of movies and the subcultures of the times. All the characters are dressed a certain way, that kind of 80s type vibe. The music was kind of electronic and dancey. It was good fun. The characters were pretty straightforward and simple. It was just one of those fun little games that you could pick up and try and fight your way through. Very arcadey, and that's not a negative either. It's just good fun. You got to remember, back in the day, one of the main things people tried to do, or what they tried to do as console manufacturers, they didn't try to blow the doors off, so to speak, or anything like that. They just tried to get the arcade machines into your living room, and this is one of those games that was literally an example of getting an arcade game into your living room. This was how the game would play in the arcade. It played very well on your home console as well. That was the idea. And for those of you that aren't old enough to remember, there was a thing called arcades back in the day. You only see them in British seaside towns now, really. The idea is you'd go to this big building which had all these big arcade machines, and you'd pay to play them for like, well, until you died, basically. It's quite good. I suppose if you owned an arcade, you are loving it. If people sucked at games, you were making a ton of money. But yeah, this is good fun. So, just a quick video. I was going to review this one, and I think this is the first one in the Sega Forever collection. I'd say skip, although it was kind of nostalgic to go back and look at it. I just did not enjoy it that much. I thought it was okay, not great. There've been better games. Check out the Sonics, check out Crazy Taxi. They were much better on the mobile for the Sega Forever collection, and I'd probably just give them some miss. So that's going to do it for this video. If you did like this video, please hit like. I am also trying to build the channel up a bit as well, so I'd appreciate if you could subscribe as well to the channel. But that's going to do it for today, guys. So have a good one, and I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers!